Dude, Teletubbies was a weird as fuck show. I don't know why they would like make that a fucking like show that they would give to kids. It's kind of just like fucked up because it's like, what are you trying to even do with like that type of like show? It's like there's nothing going on. It's completely nonsensical. There's no like anything to be fucking damn it. There's no anything to be like gained from it. It's literally just like fucking bullshit happening on the screen. And like there's just like so much random bullshit. Yeah, it's like creative, I guess, but like what is it with kids? Why do you need like a TV to like show you random bullshit happening when you could just go look in your fucking backyard and like be like, oh my god, look, there's like ants. Let me like watch and see what they do. They do like much more interesting shit than fucking Teletubbies. Also, it's the same thing with like fucking CoComelon, dude. Like look at this shit happening on the screen right now. It's like, why does the kid need this? Also, it doesn't have to be outside. It can be fucking like let him go play with the power tools in the garage. Like that shit is just fine. Like let them figure shit out. It doesn't have to be like a fucking TV, iPad thing. Even like like as a teenager, like yeah, you can like fucking enjoy whatever internet content and shit that I'm like currently producing, but like you should also like that shouldn't be your whole thing. That shouldn't be like what you do. You shouldn't be like, yeah, I like to like watch shit, you know? Like you shouldn't be like I like to watch shit. You should be an active participant in like the real world. That's what I think. Like just be like an active participant. Like go out and actually like do shit at some point. Like that's all that we have to do at least. That's like just go out and fucking do shit. Don't be terminally online. Exactly. And I feel like that shit just like starts, that type of shit, that like terminally online shit just kind of starts as like a kid. And it's not the iPad generation. You can't even say that. You can't even say iPad generation. You know why? Because like fucking like it was the same thing with Teletubbies. It's the same, just like nonsensical, just like plop your kid in front of the TV and like I don't have to fucking think about it. Now, do I think that it's like parents' fault? No. Do I think it's no. I mean, if you are a teenager and you're terminally online and like that's all you do and your whole personality is like what you consume, then yeah, you should have a little bit more agency as a teenager. I agree. But as a parent, it's not entirely your fault because it's like, especially if both parents are working. If both parents are fucking working, like that's impossible to balance. It's impossible to balance. Like both working and a kid. Like yeah, you're gonna have to put them in front of the TV, bro. Is the best candy as good as? What are you talking about, Oro? You not listen to what I'm talking about? This shit is more important than candy or cookies. But no, the best cookies far outclass the best candy. The best candy can never be as good as the best cookie. You know why? It's a 4-letter word. It starts with L and ends with E. It's love. It's love. It's love. Okay? That's the thing that candy can never have. Candy can never have love in it. Even if it's saltwater taffy made by someone like on the ocean, it just doesn't have love. It just doesn't have love the same way that a cookie does. And that's what we need more of, I think, is love. Like if we just had more love, please, like more love for anything. I have love for terminally online people because like I have enough experience in both online spaces and the real world that I see how it could happen. I know how it can happen. And I know the comforts of being online. Like, it is very comfortable to be online. However, I just don't know if that's like, should be your whole thing. It should just not be your whole thing. It should just not be your whole thing. And like, here's the thing. Let's see. I really started being online in like 2015 was when I really started being online. I would watch a lot of YouTube videos in like 2013 and shit, like your PewDiePies, your Markipliers, your JonTrons at the time, your Filthy Franks at the time. I'd watch a lot of that, but I didn't start like engaging with the internet myself until like I was in 2015. Until I was like 2015. And then that was when I was like, I spent like a whole year doing nothing but sitting on my computer. And it was terrible. It was fucking awful. It was just like not good. And like even if you have like a really good, like positive online community, like just sitting on the fucking computer all day, damn it. Sitting on the computer all day, even like it just isn't good. Because like look around you. Shit might feel like a party. It might feel like a party, but look to your left and look to your right. There's no one there. When you're doing that type of shit. And like that shit was when I was like in college and stuff, and I was like very online. I was in a lot of online communities and stuff, and like I would hear people like hanging out like in the dorm or like outside, and I was just like, you know what, I got like my shit going on here, and it was like cool, and I like had people that I liked, and I could talk to them all the time, and it was tight. But like at the end of the day, like I was deeply unhappy. I was deeply unhappy during that time. Very unhappy. And I even have like some of my best IRL friends are online a lot. And I love like hanging out with them and talking to them. But if all I do is do that and I don't actually have like face-to-face contact with other human beings, I get very unhappy. It's just the way it is. You just need it. You just need it. You just need it. And when you're in that online or whatever, like human interaction, you need confidence to do that. And where does confidence come from? Knowing how to like handle yourself in the real world, in the physical space. And where does that start? Not being an iPad kid. Actually, like being able to interact with the real world and know that like the ants and shit in like an anthill, like you can go watch them. You can go like interact with the world. You can turn on a fucking, I don't know, power tool. Kind of a boomer take right now, but I feel like both are beautiful. Both are beautiful, but one, at the end of the day, one is more important than the other. And if I'm saying this shit and someone turns off the stream and they're like, damn, you're right, I gotta go like do something, like good. Be an ant kid. Be a bug kid. One second. As I was saying, again, and it's not as easy for others. It's just like saying like, oh, go do something. Because, like, you know, some people have actual medical conditions that make it hard for them to, like, communicate or, like, I don't know, be around other people. And, like, that's another story. But, like, if you have full agency or whatever over, like, what you're doing, like, don't just spend your whole day, like, on a computer. And I say this as someone who has and does and will in the future. Like, sometimes I have whole days where I don't go outside until the sun goes down. And those days, like, I don't feel good. I'm saying this from a place of like I've been there, you know, I've been there. I've been doing that. I have done that. Okay, rant over. Next rant. Ready? If you have something you want to do in your life, you have to do it. Cause like, listen, I've wanted to stream or make content online since I was fucking 11, and I just never did it. I always wanted to. I literally always did. Like, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do, and I just never did it. I just never, ever did it. Why? Why didn't I? I don't know. You can blame a lot of things. You could say parents. You could say whatever. You could say whatever you want. But at the end of the day, like, I had the means to do stuff like this, and I just never did. Because I built a computer in 2014. Like, I built a gaming computer. I could have done it. I could have started doing stuff in 2014. I just didn't. I think I was just, like, too scared. I was just, like, too scared. So you gotta do it. You just got to do it. There's just like no time to waste. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of. Because like you're either going to fail, and it's gonna hurt, and you're gonna fall hard or whatever, or you're going to fail and nothing's gonna happen. You know, like you're gonna fail and it's gonna be like the exact same place that you were to begin with. Like the exact same place that you were to begin with, and like. That's a net zero loss. Like even if nothing happens, it's a net zero loss. Avocado says it's how you got into pixel art. You always wanted to get into art, but you didn't know how. You're not good, etc. Then you said fucking did it. You just have to start doing it. No one is good at something the first time they do it, except for like I don't know, models or something. Like something that you're literally just like born with. You can be good at the first time you do it. If you're 7 foot tall, you're probably gonna be okay at basketball the first time you do it. But like. Most people, you know, aren't born with shit. You have to fucking do it. That's another thing with like parents, you know, like a lot of shit comes to like parents. Like, is your parent like pushing you to do stuff, or are they plopping you in front of the TV? You just gotta start doing things. Anything you want to do, even if you just like want to like I don't know, fucking. You want to like go. You want to like. Play in the dirt. Just go do it. Yes, fighting embarrassment. Embarrassed. And like, that's tough. That's a hard thing to come through. That's a hard thing to get over. Because like, embarrassment is something that's like purely internal. Like, I've had plenty of embarrassing experiences, right? But like, after the embarrassing thing is over, my life is not different. Unless you like publicly embarrass yourself at like a political meeting and you're a politician. Like, if you embarrass yourself in a social setting or like an online thing, your life is not over. You can continue to just do shit. Very true, Reap. Even if you want to stream or whatever, and you're just like afraid that like your parents are gonna see or like your friends are gonna see, like then like that's just something that's purely internal that you like. Unfortunately, you are just going to have to get over. Like I don't. There's no answer to that. You know, there's no answer to that. There we go. There's no answer to how do I not be embarrassed. You kind of just have to like do it. You just and also through doing things, you will like get over the embarrassed. Like once you just start doing it, like and just be embarrassed or whatever. Like I look at everything I make. I look at every VOD I do, and I'm like, I low-key have embarrassment because I'm just like, damn, like why did I say that, or like why did I maneuver in that way in that like situation on the stream, or like if I have like 4 minutes of just like sitting. It's just like, you just gotta work through it. If you're embarrassed with your voice, you just gotta record your voice and listen to it over and over again. It's the only way. I think it's honestly the only way. And just like by doing something, you're never gonna be good at it until you do it. Biggest issue is you're perfectionist. So something doesn't turn how you imagine, you're like, well, I just won't do it. I fucking relate to that so hard. And you know what that means, Festive Avocado? You know what that means is you have good taste. You have good taste. What up, KT Dorbly? You have good taste. Like, because there's something in your taste that makes you want to do something that you want to do, like whatever you want to do, pixel art or whatever. You have good taste in pixel art, so you see good pixel art, and then you're like, damn, mine doesn't look like this. I'm just not going to do it. But your taste is what got you into the thing in the first place. Your taste is what got you into the thing in the first place, and like, again, you will never, ever, ever be good at something or like get up to the people who you respect until you just start doing it. Just fucking do it. Just start fucking doing it. Do it. Do it. Just fucking start doing it. It literally doesn't matter. You're gonna be embarrassed. You know, it's more embarrassing being 80-year-old in your fucking deathbed being like, damn, I just watched TV. I just fucking watch TV, you know? I just fucking watched. I watched Teletubbies from the time I was born to the time I was 80. To the time I was 80. You just gotta start fucking doing shit. Go do it. Whatever it is. You know, I went to college, okay? I went to college for 6 years and got a 4-year degree, so that's hype. But you know what I learned in college is that no one knows fucking shit, but everyone uses one thing. Google and YouTube. That's the only reason people know anything. If you think someone is smart in your class, in college specifically, it's because they fucking Googled it, bro. They Googled it and they read it. You don't know how to do something? Fucking Google it, bro. You don't know how to stream on twitch.tv? Google it. Google it. TikTok, no one says I'll TikTok it to learn how to do something. Saving something to your TikTok, fucking like whatever, your TikTok bookmarks is not helpful. You have to engage with it actually, and not just be a consumer. You know. Black belt level Googler, exactly. That's the only way people know how to do anything. How do people learn how to draw? They Google something and then fucking trace it, and then they fucking try to draw without tracing it. You have to Google. God damn. Play with the grass and the dirt and the ants. You want to be a bug kid? You got to play with the bugs. Also, another thing, if you don't know where to start, copy somebody. Start copying somebody. You don't know where to start? Copy it. Your car blew up, you couldn't fix it. Oh, if it fucking exploded, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, it's not about how hard your car explodes. It's about how well you can pick up the pieces and keep moving forward. You think John Williams was fucking born knowing how to conduct an orchestra? No, he learned how to play an instrument. He had to learn. Before there was Google, there was books. And your neighbor, Phil, who has a drum kit in his basement. And he's kind of weird, but like, it's like fine because you're learning how to play the drums.